Have you ever had that phone call, the one from the school that makes your heart drop? Or maybe it was your child who told you with tears in their eyes, "Mom, the kids were mean to me today." Maybe they didn't say anything at all, but you saw it. The quiet walk to the car, the backpack thrown in the corner, the way they didn't want to talk about school when yesterday they couldn't stop talking. If you've been there, I want you to take a slow breath with me right now, because I know what that feels like. That mix of hurt and anger and fear that sits in your chest. You want to fix it right now. You want to run to that school and make it stop. You want to hold your child and promise that no one will ever hurt them again. And at the same time, you feel lost. You think, what do I do? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I make it worse? Let's just sit here for a minute, you and me. Because before we talk about steps or plans, I want you to know something. You are not a bad parent because this happened. Your child is not weak because they got hurt. Bullying is not your fault. It is not their fault. It is something that happens and it hurts, and now we get to walk through it together. So let's talk about what it looks like when a child is being bullied. Not the big words, not the news stories, the real, everyday stuff you see at home. Maybe your child used to love school, and now they say their tummy hurts every morning. Maybe they come home with a ripped paper or a broken pencil and say, "I don't know what happened." Maybe they stop wanting to play with friends. Maybe they get mad fast, or cry fast, or get very quiet. Think about your child. Have you seen small changes, like they don't sleep well, or they don't want to wear that shirt they loved, or they ask, "Can you drive me, not the bus?" Those little signs are your child talking without words. They are saying, something at school feels heavy. And when something feels heavy for a child, they often carry it alone until it gets too big. Now let me ask you something gentle. When you first found out your child was being hurt, what did you feel? A lot of us feel a fire in our chest. We feel mad at the other kid. We feel mad at the teacher. We feel mad at ourselves. That fire is love. It means you care so much. But that same fire can make it hard to know what to do next. Because when we are upset, we want to act fast. We want to call the school. We want to call the other parent. We want to tell our child, "You hit them back." But here's something many parents don't realize. Acting from that fire, from that hurt in our own chest, can sometimes make our child feel more scared. Not because you mean to, but because your child is already feeling shaky. If you look shaky too, they may think, this is really bad. Even mom or dad can't stay calm. So the first step isn't about the other child. It's not about the school yet. The first step is about your child right there with you. It's about making sure they feel safe with you. Safe to talk, safe to cry, safe to not have all the answers. Picture this. Your child walks in the door, their head is down. You can tell something happened. What do you do first? A lot of us say, "What happened? Who did it? Tell me now." We ask because we love them. We want to know. But for a child who's been hurt, questions can feel like one more thing pressing on them. So what if we tried something else first? What if we said, "I'm so glad you're home. You look like you had a hard day. I'm here. You don't have to talk yet if you don't want to." Then you sit near them. You offer a snack. You turn on something calm. You let your body say, "You're safe," before your words say, "Tell me everything." You may have experienced this. When you're upset, you don't want someone pulling words out of you. You want someone to sit in the quiet with you first. Kids are the same. Their hearts need to settle before their words can come out. Now let's look a little deeper. What might be going on inside your child when they're being bullied? It's not just kids being kids. For your child, it can feel like the whole world turned cold. School is where they spend most of their day. It's where they learn, play, eat, and try to make friends. If that place feels unsafe, then everything feels unsafe. Your child may be thinking things like, "What's wrong with me? Why don't they like me? If I tell, will it get worse? If I don't tell, will it keep happening?" Those are big, heavy thoughts for a small heart, and most kids won't say those thoughts out loud. They'll show them. They'll show them by not eating, by not sleeping, by getting mad at little things, by saying, "I hate school." And here's the part that's easy to miss. Sometimes the child who is being hurt starts to think it's their job to fix it alone. They think, if I were cooler, this wouldn't happen. If I were funnier, they'd like me. If I don't tell Mom, she won't be sad. So they stay quiet, not because they don't trust you, but because they love you and don't want you to hurt too. That's why one of the most loving things you can say early on is this: "This is not your fault. You didn't do anything to make this happen, and you don't have to fix it by yourself. We'll do it together." Say it simple. Say it often. Because kids who are being hurt need to hear that the weight is not theirs to carry alone. Now let's talk about what doesn't help, even when we mean well. A lot of us grew up hearing things like, "Just ignore them," or "You have to stand up for yourself," or "Hit them back." We say these things because we want our child to be strong, but think about it. If your child could ignore it and make it stop, they would have. If they could stand up and it felt safe, they would have. If hitting back worked, they would have. When we tell a child to do something they don't feel able to do, they hear, "You're not doing enough." And that adds shame to their hurt. Shame is heavy. It makes kids hide more. So instead of telling them what to do right away, we first help them feel seen. "That sounds so hard. I'm so sorry that happened. Thank you for telling me." See how that feels? It doesn't fix the problem yet, but it opens the door. And an open door is where help walks in. Here's another thing that often happens. We call the school angry. We demand they fix it today. We want the other child in trouble now. And yes, the school does need to help. But when we come in hot, the school can get defensive. Then it becomes parent versus school instead of everyone versus the problem. So we have to be two things at once. Soft with our child and steady with the school. Soft means, "I'm with you and you're safe." Steady means, "I'm calm, clear, and I won't stop until my child is safe." You can be both. You don't have to yell to be strong. You don't have to cry to show love. You can be the calm, strong wall that stands between your child and the storm. Let me give you a picture. Imagine your child is in a boat and the water got rough. They're scared. What helps more? Someone on the shore yelling, "Row harder," or someone getting in the boat, holding them and saying, "I've got you. We'll get to land together." That's you. You're in the boat now. Your job isn't to yell from the shore. Your job is to sit close, hold on, and steer together. So what can you actually do today? Let's keep it simple. So simple your child could understand it too. Step 1, notice. Notice how your child acts, sleeps, eats, talks. Notice changes. You don't need proof to care. If your gut says something, S off, it's okay to listen to that. Step 2, get low and slow. When you talk, sit down. Get on their level. Keep your voice slow. Keep your face soft. No big eyes, no fast questions. Just, "I'm here." Step 3, listen more than you talk. If they say, "Jake called me dumb," don't jump to, "I'll call his mom." First say, "That must have hurt. Dumb is a mean word. I'm glad you told me." Then be quiet. See if more words come. Step 4, say the truth out loud. "This is not your fault. You don't deserve this. We will figure it out." Kids need to hear that from you, not just think it. Step 5, write it down. After they go to bed, write what they said. The day, the words used, how they felt. You don't need this for a court. You need it so you remember, so you see patterns. So when you talk to the school, you're clear, not upset. And here's where everything begins to change. When your child sees that you can hear hard things and stay calm, they start to believe, "I can tell Mom hard things." When they see that you write it down and think it through, they learn. Grown-ups solve problems step by step. When they see that you don't call them weak, they learn. "I'm not broken. I'm hurting, and hurting can heal." Now you might be thinking, but what if my child won't tell me anything? That's okay. A lot of kids don't, not at first. So you build the bridge before they need to cross it. At dinner, you can say, sometimes kids say mean things at school. If that ever happens to you or a friend, you can always tell me. I won't get mad. We'll fix it together. You're planting seeds. You're saying, my door is open, even on sunny days. So when the rain comes, they know where to run. You can also use stories, not their story, other stories. I heard about a kid whose friend kept taking his snacks. He didn't know what to do. What do you think he could do? Now it's not about them. It's safe. And while they talk about the other kid, they're really learning tools for themselves. And please be gentle with yourself too. You didn't cause this. You can't watch your child every second at school. That's not your job. Your job is to be the safe place they come back to. And you're already doing that just by reading this, just by caring this much. Before we pause for today, I want you to remember 3 things. 1, your child's pain is real, and so is their strength. 2, you don't have to fix this alone or fix it all today. 3, small steps done with love move big mountains. In the next part, we'll talk about how to talk to the school in a way that gets help, not a fight. We'll talk about what to say to the teacher, what to ask for, and how to keep track without feeling like a detective. We'll also talk about how to help your child feel strong again, one day at a time, with games, words, and small wins they can feel. But for now, go find your child. Sit near them. No big talk needed. Just be there. Let your calm be the first answer to their hurt, because before we solve anything, we connect. And connection is where healing starts. You're doing a good job, even if today was hard. Even if you cried after they went to bed, you showed up. And for a child who's being hurt, a parent who shows up is the beginning of hope. Let's start right where we left off. You've been sitting with your child. You've been listening. You've been saying, this is not your fault. That part matters more than anything. Because before we talk to the school, before we make a plan, your child needs to know one thing deep in their heart. My mom or my dad is on my side, and I'm not alone. Now let's talk about the next step, talking to the school. I know that can feel scary. You might think, what if they don't believe me? Or what if they say it's not a big deal? Or what if they blame my child? Those fears are real. But here's something many parents never realize. Most teachers and school leaders want to help. They just need to hear the story in a way that helps them see it clearly. So how do you do that? You stay calm, clear, and kind. You don't have to yell to be strong. You don't have to cry to be heard. You can be steady. Think of it like this. If your child fell and hurt their leg, you wouldn't run into the doctor's office screaming. You would walk in, hold your child, and say, my child is hurt. Please help. It's the same with bullying. Your child is hurt, not on the leg, on the heart, and that matters. So here's what you can do. First, pick who to talk to. For most kids, the first person is the teacher. The teacher sees your child all day. They know the other kids. They know what happens at lunch, at recess, in line. If the teacher doesn't help, then you talk to the principal or the school counselor. But start with the teacher, one step at a time. When should you call? Not at pickup when everyone is busy. Not when you're angry. Pick a quiet time. Call the office and say, I'd like to set up a short meeting with my child's teacher. It's about how my child is feeling at school. That's it. You don't have to tell the whole story on the phone. Save that for when you can sit down, face to face, or on a calm phone call. Now what do you say? Keep it simple. Bring the notes you wrote. Remember in part 1, I said to write down what your child told you. That helps now. You don't need big proof. You don't need a video. You just need to say what you know. You can start like this. Thank you for meeting with me. I want to share something I'm worried about. My child has been coming home sad. They told me some kids are calling them names at lunch. They said it's been happening for 2 weeks. They don't want to come to school anymore. I'm not here to blame anyone. I just want us to work together so my child feels safe. Do you hear how that sounds? It's calm, it's clear, it's not angry. It says what's happening. It says how your child feels. And it invites the teacher to help. Most teachers will hear that and say, "Thank you for telling me. I didn't know. Let's fix this." But what if the teacher says, "Kids tease, it's normal"? Then you stay steady. You can say, "I understand kids can be unkind sometimes, but my child is going home crying. They don't feel safe. Normal teasing doesn't make a child afraid of school. Can we make a plan together? See how that works. You're not fighting. You're naming what's real. Fear is not normal. Crying every day is not normal. Not wanting to go to school is not normal." Here's another piece that helps. Ask the teacher, "What have you seen?" Maybe they haven't seen it. Bullying often hides. It happens in the bathroom, on the bus, when the teacher turns their back. So the teacher might say, "I haven't seen anything." That's okay. You can say, "I believe you. That's why I'm telling you, so we can watch together." Now you and the teacher are a team. So what should the plan look like? It doesn't have to be big. Small steps help. You can ask, "Can we move my child's seat away from that student?" Or can someone watch the lunch table this week? Or can you check in with my child each morning so they know someone is looking out for them? These are simple things. Schools can do them. And they tell your child, the grown-ups see you. You may have experienced this. When you're worried, it's hard to remember things, so write it down. After the meeting, send a short note or email. "Thank you for meeting today. We talked about my child being called names at lunch. We agreed you will watch the lunch table and check in with my child each morning. I'll check back in 1 week." Now everyone knows the plan. It's not to be mean. It's to keep everyone clear. Now let's talk about your child while this is happening, because school can take days to fix things, and your child still has to go tomorrow. So how do you help them feel strong today? First, give them words to use, not mean words, safe words, short words. If someone says, "You're dumb," your child can say, "Stop," or "That's not okay," or they can walk away. Practice it at home. Make it a game. You say something silly mean like, "Your shoes are silly," and your child practices saying, "Stop," in a strong voice. Then you both laugh. Why a game? Because when we're scared, our brain freezes. But if we practice when we're calm, the words come easier when we need them. Second, help them find their safe people. Ask, "Who at school makes you feel good?" Maybe it's the art teacher. Maybe it's the janitor who smiles. Maybe it's one friend. Make a plan. If you feel bad at recess, can you go stand near Miss Anna? Your child can't fix all the kids, but they can know where to go when their heart feels shaky. Third, do something after school that fills their heart back up. Bullying takes away. We have to add back in. It can be small. Bake cookies together. Kick a ball. Read a funny book. Let them pick. The goal is simple. At home, you are loved. At home, you are safe. At home, you are enough. When a child feels full at home, they can handle a hard day better. Now let's talk about something hard. What if your child is scared to go to school? What if they cry every morning? You might think, should I let them stay home? It's okay to ask that. Sometimes one day at home helps. A break can calm the heart. But if they stay home too long, the fear grows. School starts to feel like a big, scary mountain. So the goal is to help them go back, but with help. You can say, "I know school feels hard right now. We're working with your teacher to make it better. Today, let's go, and I'll pick you up right after lunch. And we'll talk to Miss Lee when you get there." You're not saying, "Get over it." You're saying, "I see your fear, and I'll help you through it one step at a time." And here's something else. Watch your own words at home. It's easy to say, "I hate that kid," or "That school doesn't care." We say it because we're hurt. But your child hears that and thinks, "The world is not safe. Even mom thinks it's bad." So try to say, "That kid made a bad choice. We're talking to the school so it stops. You are safe with me." You're telling the truth, but you're also giving hope. Now what if the school doesn't help? What if you meet and nothing changes? Then you go one step up. You talk to the principal. You bring your notes. You say, I met with the teacher on this day. We made this plan. My child is still coming home upset. What can we do next? Most principals will step in. If they don't, you can ask, what is the school's plan for keeping kids safe? Can I see it? Every school has one. You have a right to ask. And if you still feel stuck, you can reach out. There are people outside the school who help. A school counselor, a doctor, a family friend, a church leader. You don't have to do this alone. Asking for help is not weak, it's strong. It says, my child matters too much for me to quit. Let me tell you about a mom I know. Her son, Sam, was being pushed at recess. He stopped eating lunch. He said his tummy hurt every day. She met with the teacher. The teacher said, I'll watch. But it kept happening. So she wrote down every day Sam came home upset. After 2 weeks, she met the principal. She was calm. She showed her notes. She said, my son is scared. We need a new plan. The principal moved Sam's recess to a different time for 1 week. They had an aide watch the playground. They talked to the other child's parents. In 3 weeks, Sam was playing again. He still had bad days, but he wasn't alone. The grown-ups saw him. Your story may not look like Sam's, but the steps can. Notice, listen, speak calm, make a plan, check back, stay with your child. Before we end today, let's talk about your child's heart. Being bullied can make a child feel small, like they don't matter. So we have to tell them in small ways every day, you matter to me. Not with big gifts, with small moments, a hug before bed. I love being your dad. A note in the lunch box. You're brave. A smile when they walk in. I missed you. These drops of love fill the empty places that mean words took away. And tell them what's true. Being kind is strong. Being quiet doesn't mean you're weak. Asking for help is brave. You are not the mean words someone said. You are you, and I love you. Say it simple. Say it often. Because kids believe what they hear most. You're doing hard work. Talking to schools is hard. Waiting for change is hard. Watching your child hurt is the hardest. So be kind to you too. Take a walk. Call a friend. Cry if you need to. Then get back up. Because your child is watching. And when they see you keep going, calm and steady, they learn we can do hard things. In the next part, we'll talk about helping your child feel strong on the inside. We'll talk about how to build their confidence, not with big speeches, but with little wins. We'll talk about how to help them make a friend, how to handle bad days, and how to know when it's time to get extra help from a counselor or doctor. But for now, you've done enough for today. You showed up. You listened. You're learning how to talk to the school. That's big. So tonight, when your child is asleep, put your hand on your heart. Say, I'm doing my best. My child is not alone. And believe it, because it's true. Now that you've talked to the school, now that you're checking in, let's talk about your child's heart. Because fixing the outside matters. But helping the inside heal matters just as much. When a child is bullied, it's like someone took their favorite cup and put a small crack in it. The cup still holds water, but it leaks a little. Our job is to help tape that crack gently so your child can feel strong again. So let's start with something simple. What does your child say about themselves right now? Do they say, I'm dumb? Do they say, no one likes me? Do they say, I'm bad at everything? When mean words get said at school, kids start to believe them, not because they're true, but because they hear them over and over. And a child's brain is still growing. It believes what it hears most. So we have to say new words, true words, every day, not in big talks, in small moments. When you're making breakfast, you can say, I love how you help set the table. That's kind. When they get their shoes on, you did that all by yourself. That's strong. When they walk in the door, my day got better because you're home. These are tiny drops, but drops fill a cup, and a full cup doesn't leak as much. You may have experienced this. When you have a hard day at work and someone says, "Thank you, you did good," it changes your whole night. Kids are the same. They need to hear what's good in them because the mean words at school are loud. We have to be louder with love. Now let's talk about practice. Not practice for a test, practice for life. Remember in part 2 we talked about saying stop in a game. Let's go a little deeper. Kids who get bullied often feel like they have no power, no choice. So we help them find small powers, small choices. Here's one you can try tonight. It's called the strong voice. You sit with your child. You say, "Let's play. I'll pretend to be a kid at school. I'll say something silly, mean, and you practice using your strong voice." Then you say, "Your lunch looks weird." And your child stands up tall, looks at you and says, "Stop, I don't like that." That's it. Then you smile and say, "Wow, that was strong." Then you switch. Let them be the mean kid and you show your strong voice. Then you both laugh. Why does this help? Because when we're scared, our voice gets small, our body gets small, we look down. But if we practice standing tall when we feel safe at home, our body remembers. So at school, when the hard moment comes, their body might say, "Oh, I know this. Stand tall, say stop." It won't work every time, but it gives them a tool, and tools help us feel less helpless. Now let's talk about friends. A lot of kids who get bullied feel alone. They think, "No one wants to play with me." And sometimes that's true for a day, but it's not true forever. So we help them find one person, just one. You can ask at dinner who was kind today. Maybe they say, "No one." That's okay. You say, "What about yesterday? Who smiled at you?" You're teaching their brain to look for good, not just bad. Then you can help them make a tiny plan. Tomorrow, if you see Maya, can you say hi? Or can you sit near her at lunch? You're not saying, "Go make a best friend today." You're saying, "Let's try one small hello." Friendship starts with small hellos. And one friend can be like an umbrella in the rain. The rain still falls, but you don't get as wet. What if your child says, "I don't want any friends, they're all mean"? Then you don't push, you say, "That sounds lonely. I'm sorry it feels that way. You don't have to have friends today, but I'll be your friend. And when you're ready, we can try again." You're not giving up, you're giving space, and space can feel safe. Now let's talk about bad days. Because even when the school helps, even when you do everything right, there will still be bad days. Your child will come home and cry, or they'll be mad and throw their backpack. What do? First, you don't fix it fast. You sit with it. You say, "Today was a hard one, huh? I'm right here." You let them cry. You let them be mad. Feelings are like waves. If we try to stop them, they crash harder. If we let them roll, they pass. Then, when the wave is smaller, you can ask, "Do you want to talk? Or do you want a hug? Or do you want to be alone for a bit?" You give them choice. Choice is power. And kids who get bullied need to feel they have some power back. After that, you do something that helps their body feel calm, because mean words live in the body. They make the heart race. They make the tummy hurt. So we help the body settle. You can take a walk. You can squeeze a pillow. You can blow up a balloon and let it go. You can run fast in the yard. You can draw the mean words and rip the paper up. You're showing your child, we can let the mad out in safe ways. And here's something many parents don't realize. Play heals. Not big, fancy play. Simple play. When your child laughs, their brain makes good medicine. So play a card game. Build with blocks. Dance to a silly song. Have a pillow fight. For 10 minutes, let the house be loud and happy. You're not ignoring the problem. You're giving their heart a break. And breaks help us keep going. Now let's talk about you for a minute, because this is heavy for you too. You may lie awake at night thinking, "Is my child okay? Am I doing enough? Will this leave a mark forever?" Those thoughts are real. And the answer is this: your child will remember this hard time. But more than that, they will remember you. They will remember that you stayed, that you listened, that you didn't call them weak, that you fought for them with calm, not with fire. That memory is stronger than the mean words. So take care of you, not later, today. Drink water, eat something warm, tell one safe person, my child is going through a hard time and I'm sad. You don't have to be the strong one every second. You just have to be the one who doesn't leave, and you already are. Now, how do you know when your child needs more help, like from a counselor or a doctor? Here are some signs to watch for, said in simple words. If your child stops eating for many days, if they can't sleep most nights, if they say, I want to disappear, or I wish I wasn't here, if they hurt themselves, if they were happy and now they're sad all the time for weeks. If you see these, it's time to call someone, a doctor, a school counselor, a person who helps kids with big feelings. Asking for help is not giving up. It's loving your child big. It's like this. If your child had a broken arm, you'd go to the doctor. If their heart is broken, you can get help for that too. There are kind people whose job is to help kids feel better, and they're good at it. You can tell your child, we go to the doctor when our body hurts. We can talk to a helper when our heart hurts. It's the same. It's because I love you. Most kids feel scared at first, but when they meet a helper who listens, they feel lighter. Let me tell you about a dad I know. His daughter, Lily, was called mean names every day on the bus. She started hiding in the bathroom at school. She said, I'm not smart. The dad talked to the school. It got a little better, but Lily was still sad. So he found a counselor at the school. Lily went once a week. She played games and drew pictures. She told the counselor about the mean words. After 2 months, Lily said, I still don't like the bus, but I like me again. That's healing, not perfect, but better. Your child can get there too, not in one day, but step by step. So what can you do this week? Pick 3 small things, just 3. 1. Say one true, kind thing to your child every morning. I love your laugh. You're a good helper. 2. Practice the strong voice once. Make it a game. 3. Do 1 10-minute playtime where you follow their lead. If they want to build a fort, build a fort. If they want to draw, draw. That's it. You don't need a big plan. Small steps, done with love, move big mountains. And remember this. Bullies try to take power. We give it back by doing small things every day. We give it back when we listen, when we believe them, when we stand with them, when we help them see they are more than what happened to them. Your child is not the kid who got bullied. Your child is the kid who loves dinosaurs, who tells funny jokes, who makes the best face when they eat lemons, who hugs tight. That's who they are. The hard stuff is just a chapter, not the whole book. Before we close for today, I want you to picture something. Picture your child 5 years from now. They're older, they're smiling, they're telling you about their day. The mean words at school are a faraway memory. And they say, Mom, remember when that happened? Thank you for helping me. That day is coming. You're walking toward it right now, with every calm word, every hug, every meeting, every game. In the next part, we'll talk about what to do if you find out your child was the one being mean to others. It's a hard thing to hear, but it happens. And there's a calm, loving way to help them change. We'll talk about why kids bully, how to talk without shame, and how to teach them to make it right. We'll also talk about when the school says, your child is the problem, and how to handle that with truth and love. But for now, rest. You've done enough for today. You learned how to fill your child's cup. You learned how to practice strong words. You learned that play heals. You learned that asking for help is brave. So tonight, hold your child a little longer. Say, you are safe with me. You are loved, and we'll keep going together. And you will, one day at a time. Today, let's talk about something that can feel even harder to hear. What if you find out your child was not the one being hurt, but the one doing the hurt? What if the teacher calls and says, your child said mean things, or your child pushed someone? Or maybe your child comes home and says, I got in trouble for being mean. Take a slow breath with me. I know your chest might feel tight right now. You might feel hot in your face. You might think, no, not my child. Or you might feel shame and think, what did I do wrong? Or you might feel mad and think, why would they do that? All of those feelings are real. And they all come from love because you care. You want your child to be kind. You want them to be safe. You want other kids to be safe too. So let's sit with this together, you and me, not with blame, with truth, and with hope, because kids make bad choices sometimes, even good kids, even kind kids, even your kid, and mine. That doesn't mean they are bad. It means they are learning, and they need us to help them learn, not with fear, but with calm, clear love. First, let's understand why a child might bully, not to make excuses, but to see the door where we can walk in and help. Think about it like this. When a child feels small inside, sometimes they try to feel big by making someone else feel small. When a child feels out of control, sometimes they try to control someone else. When a child is hurting, sometimes they hurt others because that's what they know. Maybe your child saw mean words at home or on TV or on a game. Maybe they were bullied last year and now they think, if I'm mean first, no one will hurt me. Maybe they want to fit in with a group and the group is being unkind. Maybe they don't know how to say, I'm mad, so they push. Maybe they don't know how to say, I want to play, so they grab. None of these reasons make it okay to hurt someone, but they help us see that your child isn't a monster. Your child is a person who made a wrong turn, and wrong turns can be turned around. So what do you do first? You stay calm. I know that sounds hard. When we hear our child hurt someone, our first want is to fix it fast or to punish fast or to say, how could you? But if we come in hot, your child's heart closes. They get scared, they lie, or they get mad back, and then we can't help them learn. So before you talk to your child, talk to yourself. Say, this is hard, I'm upset, but I can stay calm. My child needs me to be steady, not scary. Take a walk, drink water, breathe, then go to your child. When you talk, get low, sit down, be on their level, keep your voice soft, not happy, not mad, just calm. You can start like this. I got a call from school today. They said you called Jake a name at lunch. I want to hear what happened. I'm not here to yell. I'm here to understand. Can you tell me? Then you wait, be quiet, let them talk. They might say, he took my pencil, or everyone was doing it, or I don't know. Don't jump in yet. Just say, thank you for telling me. That sounds like it was a big moment. You're not saying the mean thing was okay. You're saying, I see you, I'm with you. Because when a child feels safe, they tell the truth, and truth is where change starts. Now after they talk, you name what's real. You can say, it sounds like you were mad because he took your pencil. Being mad is okay, but calling him that name hurt him. Hurting people is not okay. See how that works? You split the feeling from the action. Feelings are okay. Hurting is not. Kids need to hear both. You may have experienced this. When someone tells you, you're bad, you shut down. But when someone says, you're good, but that choice was not good, you can listen. So we say, you are a good kid who made a bad choice, and good kids can make it right. So how do they make it right? We teach them, not with shame, with steps. Step 1, say what happened. I called Jake a name. Step 2, say how it made the other person feel. That probably hurt him. Step 3, say sorry in a way that means it, not a fast sorry to get out of trouble, a real one. I'm sorry I called you that, it was mean. Step 4, do something kind to help fix it. Maybe give the pencil back. Maybe invite Jake to play, maybe write a note. You can practice this at home. Role play, you be Jake. Let your child try the steps. If they mess up, that's okay. You say, let's try again. I know you can do it. Because learning to make things right is a skill, and skills take practice. Now what about punishment? A lot of us think they should be grounded. No TV, no games. And sometimes taking something away helps a child stop and think. But punishment alone doesn't teach a new way. If we only take but never give a new tool, the bad choice comes back. So try this. If you take away screen time, also add in practice time. No game today. Instead, we'll practice kind words for 10 minutes. Or no TV tonight. Instead, we'll write a note to Jake. Now the consequence is tied to the lesson. Your child learns. When I hurt someone, I work to make it better. That builds their heart, not just their fear. Let's talk about the school. If the school says your child bullied, don't fight the school first. Listen, ask, what did you see? What happened? How is the other child? Then say, thank you for telling me. We are taking this seriously at home. What can we do together to help both kids? Now you and the school are a team, not enemies. Ask the school, can my child apologize in a safe way? Can we make a plan so it doesn't happen again? Can you let me know if you see my child being kind so I can praise that at home? Most schools want to help. They don't want to label your child as bad. They want to teach, and you want the same. Now what if your child says, but he started it, or everyone else was doing it too? That's normal. Kids don't want to feel alone in the blame, so you can say, I hear you. It's hard when others do it too, but you get to choose what you do. And I know you can choose kind even when it's hard. You're not saying the other kid was right. You're saying you are in charge of you. That's a big idea for a child, and it takes time to learn. Here's something else that helps. Look for the need under the mean. Was your child hungry, tired, left out, scared, new at school, trying to be funny but didn't know how? When we find the need, we can meet it in a better way. If they were tired, we work on sleep. If they wanted to be funny, we teach funny words that don't hurt. If they felt left out, we practice asking, can I play? You're not letting them off. You're giving them a new path, because kids do what they know. If they only know mean words to feel big, they use mean words. If we teach them strong words, kind words, brave words, they can use those instead. Let me tell you about a boy named Leo. Leo pushed a kid at recess. The school called his mom. She felt sick. She wanted to yell, but she breathed. She sat with Leo. She said, tell me what happened. Leo said, he wouldn't let me have the ball. I got mad. Mom said, being mad is okay. Pushing is not. Pushing hurts. Then she said, what could you do next time when you're mad? Leo didn't know. So they practiced. Can I have a turn with the ball? Can we play together? They said it 10 times. That week, Leo had no game time at home, but each night he and Mom practiced words. The next week, Leo came home and said, I asked for a turn. He said yes. Mom cried happy tears, not because Leo was perfect, but because he learned a new way. Your child can learn too, not in one day, but step by step. Now, what if your child keeps doing it? What if you talk, you practice, and they still hurt others? Then it's time to get more help. Talk to the school counselor. Talk to your doctor. Say, my child is having a hard time being kind. We're working on it, but we need help. There is no shame in this. Some kids need more tools. Some kids have big feelings they don't know what to do with. Some kids need a grown-up who is trained to help them sort it out. Asking for help says, I love my child too much to give up. And that is strong. Before we end today, let's talk about your heart. It's hard to hear your child did something wrong. You may feel like people are looking at you. You may feel like you failed, but listen to me. You didn't fail. You found out. And now you get to act. That's what good parents do. They don't hide from hard things. They face them with love. So tonight, when your child is asleep, put your hand on their back. Say in your heart, you are not your worst moment. You are learning. I'm with you. We'll do better tomorrow. And say to yourself, I'm a good parent who is teaching my child to be good. That takes time, and I have time. In the next and last part, we'll talk about how to help your child heal for the long road. Whether they were bullied or they bullied, how do we help them grow into a person who is strong and kind? We'll talk about building confidence that doesn't push others down. We'll talk about how to make home a place where mistakes become lessons. And we'll talk about how to end each day with hope so your child goes to bed knowing, I am loved, even when I mess up, and I can try again tomorrow. But for now, you've done enough. You stayed calm, you listened, you learned. You're ready to help your child make it right, and that is brave. We've walked a long road together, you and me. We started with that heavy feeling in your chest when you found out your child was hurting. We talked about how to listen first, how to talk to the school, how to help your child feel strong again. We even talked about the hard day when you find out your child was the one who was unkind. And now we're here at the last part. So let's take a slow breath, because this part is about the long road, the one that goes past today, past this week, past this school year. This is about who your child is becoming, and who you are becoming too. Let's start with a simple truth. Kids don't grow in one day. They grow in little moments over and over. The same is true for healing. Whether your child was bullied or whether they were the one who bullied, their heart needs time. It needs small, safe steps. And it needs you, not a perfect you, a present you, a you who keeps showing up. So how do we help a child grow strong on the inside? Not the kind of strong that yells or pushes, the kind of strong that is calm, the kind that can say, that hurt, and also say, I'm okay. That kind of strength starts at home, in the everyday stuff, in the way we talk at dinner, in the way we say goodnight, in the way we fix mistakes. Think about your home. Is it a place where it's safe to mess up? Can your child say, I did something wrong, and know you won't blow up? Can they say, I'm sad, and know you won't say, stop crying? Because kids who feel safe at home carry that safety inside them when they go out. It's like giving them a warm coat. The cold world is still there, but they have something to keep them warm. So how do we make home that kind of place? We do it with small things. When your child spills the milk, you say, milk spills, let's clean it up. Not, why are you so clumsy? When they forget their homework, you say, that's okay. What can we do to remember next time? Not, you never listen. When they say something mean to a brother or sister, you say, that hurt. Let's try again. What's a kind way to say what you feel? Do you see it? Every moment is a lesson, not a test, a lesson, and lessons can be gentle. Now let's talk about confidence. A lot of people think confidence means being the loudest, or the best at sports, or the one everyone likes. But real confidence is quieter. Real confidence is when a child can say, I know who I am, even if someone is mean to me. Real confidence is when a child can try something new and not be scared to fail. Real confidence is when a child can be kind, even when others are not. How do we build that? Not with big speeches, with small wins. Let your child help cook, even if it's just stirring. Then say, you helped make dinner, that was important. Let them pick the bedtime book. Then say, I love how you choose stories. Let them feed the dog, water the plant, fold the socks. And when they do it, notice. You did that all by yourself. You are capable. Capable is a big word for a small heart. It means, I can do things. And kids who feel capable don't need to push others down to feel tall. They already know they are tall on the inside. What about friends? We talked about one friend in part 3. Let's go a little further. You can't make friends for your child, but you can open doors. You can say to another parent, my child loves trains, want to meet at the park Saturday. You can sign them up for one thing they like, not 5 things. 1. Art, soccer, Lego club. When kids do what they love, they meet other kids who love the same thing. And friendship grows easier in that soil. And teach your child what a good friend looks like. A good friend listens. A good friend shares. A good friend says sorry. A good friend doesn't laugh when you get hurt. If your child has a friend who is often mean, it's okay to say, that doesn't sound like a friendly thing to do. You get to choose who you play with. We're not telling them to be mean back. We're telling them they get to keep their heart safe. Now let's talk about mistakes. Because your child will make more, so will you. So will I. That's not the end of the story. It's the middle. The question is, what do we do after the mistake? In our family, we can have a rule. It's simple. We make it right. If you break a toy, you help fix it or say sorry. If you say a mean word, you say a kind word and try again. If you leave someone out, you invite them in next time. We make it right is not about shame. It's about hope. It says, you are not stuck. You can do better, and I'll help you. You can use this for you too. If you yelled this morning, you can say to your child tonight, I yelled today. That was not the best me. I'm sorry. I'm working on staying calm. Will you forgive me? When your child sees you make it right, they learn they can make it right too. That's how strong, kind people are made. Let's talk about words we use every day. Words build or they break. So let's choose words that build. Instead of, why can't you be like your sister? We say, I love how you are you. Instead of, you're always starting trouble, we say, you're having a hard time. Let's figure it out. Instead of, stop crying, we say, I see you're sad. I'm here. These new words might feel strange at first, like new shoes. But the more you use them, the more natural they feel, and your child's heart will feel the difference. Now, what about school long term? The meetings, the plans, the check-ins, keep doing them, but also ask the school, what is my child doing well? Not just, what's wrong? When we only talk about problems, kids think they are a problem. When we talk about what's good, they stand taller. So ask the teacher, can you tell me one thing my child did that was kind this week? Then tell your child. Miss Anna said you helped pick up crayons. That was thoughtful. And keep your notes, not to fight, to see growth. 6 months from now, you can look back and say, remember when school was so hard. Look how far you've come. Kids need to see their own progress. It gives them hope. What if the bullying left a deep mark? What if your child still has nightmares or still doesn't want to go to school even after things got better? Then it's okay to keep getting help. A counselor is not just for a crisis. A counselor is like a coach for feelings. They teach tools, they listen. They help kids put words to big things, and that's brave. So if your gut says, we need more help, trust it. You're not weak, you're wise. And if your child was the one who bullied, and they still struggle with big anger or big wanting to control, help is good for them too. Not to label them, to free them. Because no child wants to be the one who hurts. Most kids who hurt others are hurting inside. When we heal the inside, the outside gets kinder. Here's a thing many parents forget to do. Celebrate the small good. Did your child walk away from a mean word today? Celebrate. You made a strong choice. Did they invite someone to play? Celebrate. That was brave and kind. Did they tell you the truth when it was hard? Celebrate. Thank you for being honest. That's not easy. When we notice the good grows, like watering a plant. You don't yell at a plant to grow. You water it. You give it sun. You wait. Kids are the same. Before we finish, I want to talk to you, the parent. You've been carrying a lot. Maybe you've been called to the school. Maybe you've cried in the car. Maybe you've lain awake thinking, will my child be okay? So let me tell you something true. Your child will be okay. Not because the world is easy, but because they have you. You are the one who learned to listen first. You are the one who stayed calm with the school. You are the one who taught strong words and kind words. You are the one who said, we make it right. You are the one who kept showing up. And that is what changes a child's life. Not perfect words, not perfect days. Showing up, over and over. So tonight, after the dishes, after the bath, after the story, sit by your child's bed. Put your hand on their head. Say these words or words like them. I love you. I'm proud of you. You are safe with me. Tomorrow is a new day and we'll do it together. Say it even if today was hard, especially if today was hard. And say it to yourself too. I'm learning, I'm trying, I'm enough. Tomorrow is a new day, and I'll do it with love. Your child's story is not over. This hard chapter is just one part. The next chapters can be full of laughter, of friends, of learning, of growing. And you get to write those chapters with them, one day at a time, with patience, with kindness, with hope. Thank you for letting me walk with you through this. Thank you for caring enough to listen, to learn, to change. The world is better because parents like you don't give up. Your child is better because you didn't give up. So go be with your family. Be gentle with them. Be gentle with you. And remember, strong kids are not made by keeping them from hard things. Strong kids are made by walking with them through hard things and showing them they are never alone. You've got this, and your child does too, one small, loving step at a time. This concludes what to do when your child is being hurt at school.